Alrighty, we are going to talk about a few Pythagorean theorem applications. Okay, so let's go. So this first one is the distance between 2 points. We could use the distance formula, but we are not going to do that right now because that would look like a whole another skill. So we just learned the Pythagorean theorem, right? So I want to show you one cool use of that. So if you have a diagonal line, well, first of all, if you have like a line like this, 2 centimeters, easy. If it's like from 0 to 2, then it's 2 centimeters. But a vertical line could be 3 centimeters if it goes from 0 to 3. It's like really easy to find the distance of vertical and horizontal lines. And we'll even see one of those in here. You can just, like if I put a horizontal line here, can you tell me how long this is? It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3 boxes long. No heavy lifting required there. But with a diagonal line, you can't say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't count the boxes. So kind of draw this in your notes and say, can't count boxes. I'm doomed. No, you're not, because you know the Pythagorean theorem. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a triangle, a right triangle. And we're going to count the boxes for the horizontal and vertical sides, like I was talking about. So make sure you count the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 long. And how high is it? 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes high. Okay, and now we see our right triangle. We can label our sides. We already know how to do that. And we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to substitute 3 in for A, 6 in for B, and C is my X value. Everyone with me? 936, right? 3 squared is 9. 6 squared is 36. And 9, and we are solving for C, so we're going to add. So that's 45 equals X squared. Square root both sides. And you get X equals the square root 45. Okay, so that is how you do that. Just draw the right triangle, and you can use the Khan Academy. There's a little scribble tool down here. When you're working on it, you can actually draw the right triangle on the screen. But there are a couple of these so that you can draw. Let's see, I used to have a shape tool. No, I don't see it. Oh, here we go. So I have a shape tool, so I can so there we go. We have just draw a right triangle. We can count the boxes, right? Can you do this? You want to do one more? Can't hear you. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 long. I'm counting the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Again, I'm solving for C. The nice thing is we always seem to be solving for C in this assignment. So we get 81, 16. And 81 plus 16 is 97. And I see it, square root of 97. So this may be a little bit easier, but I do have to show you one more that has just the coordinates and may trick you a little bit. So maybe something like this. You might say, wait, I can't do it, right? Okay, well, can you plot points? Do you remember that? Let's see. So 8, 3, -3. So we're going to go over 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down 3. Put a point right here. and we label it 8, -3, and 4, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's not the best, but it is what it is. So if you don't have a picture, you can draw a picture. And now I'm gonna put my horizontal line. Now you can't count the boxes for this one, but don't worry, all is not lost. Show you what you can do. I'm gonna have a can-do attitude about this. First of all, we need to know this point. So if you look at this point, it has the same y value as this coordinate. So we can put -7 there. And it has the same x value as this. So in order to get the bottom side, we can look at the x values because notice the y values are the same. So this bottom side is 8 minus 4, which is 4. And the vertical side, if you look at those two coordinates, the x's are the same and the y values are different. How different are they? Well, -3 minus -7. So always subtracting. That ends up being addition. -3 plus 7, which is 4. So even if you mess it up, uh, if you switch it, the distance is positive. So even if you got -4, you could look at that triangle and say, it's not -4, it's just 4. So that's kind of nice. All right, so now we have, probably should do another one like that, but now we can see it's 4 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 16 plus 16 equals c squared. 32 c squared, so c equals square root 32. Rewind it, watch that again. But it's nothing they haven't done. Okay, so let's run that back. What just happened? Let's write it out. So step 1, for this kind of thing, graph the points. The right angle has the x, it has the what? Okay, it has the x value of the top point and the y value of the bottom point. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So let's look at it. So this is the right angle, and it had the y value of the top. This is the top. And it has the x value. I mean, it has the y value of the bottom. This is the bottom. See, they both have -7. So this is just a collection of the x and y's of the other 2 points. So 8 comes from that 8, and -7 comes from that -7. Once you practice it a little bit, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, after we get that, so once you have the right angle point, subtract the x's to get your horizontal length and the y's to get your vertical length. So you see that's what we did here. We subtract the x's and we got 4, and we subtracted the y's and we got 4. And then use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so 4 steps there. See what you can do. Put the traffic light problems when you get stuck. Let's look at the word problem. So let's do this one because nobody has gotten it right yet. Meg lives in Indianapolis and wants to visit her mom in Lima. How many more kilometers would Meg drive if she drove to Lima through Dayton? Okay, so we want to make sense of this problem. Okay, so Meg lives here. That's where Meg is. Right, M-E-G. She wants to go to mom. Meg wants to see mom. Boom. All right, so she should just go there. Go to see your mom, Meg. Why are you making us do this math? Okay. How many more kilometers? So maybe she needs to go through Dayton and, go to the grocery store. Okay, so how much longer would that be than just going straight there? It's a valid question. So in order to answer that question, we need to first find this side. And that is, I'm going to call it an A value. That's a B. That's a C. So we're missing our A value. So we're going to need to subtract, right? So I know that. So I got A squared plus B squared equals C squared. But I know that won't be my final answer because I want to know how much longer it is to go through Dayton and just to go straight there. But I still need to find that value. So that's x. So x squared plus 165 squared equals 173 squared. Okay. What is 165 squared? 27,225. 27,225. Thank you, Siri. What is, I know, I got it. Don't call anybody.
Okay,
oh my,
I won't do it.
Don't call anybody, Siri. What is 173 squared? 29929. 29929 x squared. Okay. So I know I got to subtract, right?
Okay, I found this on the web for I know I gotta subtract right.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. What is 29,929 minus 27,225? 2704. What is the square root of 2,704? 52. All right. Me and Siri can conquer the world. Okay. So that is 52. So from Meg to mom, it's 173 miles, right? But if she wants to go through Dayton, Meg to Dayton to mom, then she's got to go 165, and then she's got to go 52 more. So I have to add those together to get the total distance from Meg to mom through Dayton. So 217 versus 173. The question said, how many more miles is it to go through Dayton? So final step is to subtract. Nothing from this process is overly difficult, but it is a multi-step process. 44 miles. Okay. And we're going to do one last problem and call it a video. Hawick is 15 kilometers south of Abbotsford, and Kelso is 17 kilometers east of Abbotsford. The nice thing is they gave us a picture. What is the distance from Hawick to Kelso? This is easy. We just have to do the Pythagorean theorem. Hawick to Kelso. Boom. What's the distance? Okay, so that's C, right? That's because this is my right angle. So, so those are A and B. And I already know that I'm not even going to ask Siri. I think that's 340. Is that 343? What is 17 squared? 289. I think I got that wrong enough. I need to memorize that. Okay, and that is x squared. So 289 plus 225. And that's going to be 509. X squared equals 509. And so what is the square root of that? What is the square root of 509? 22.561. And so let's check our answer. 22.7. How come I got 509? Oh, I wrote down the wrong number. Did you see that? Did you notice that I did that? I wrote down 225 and 284. Well, I thought that. So in any case, that's 514. No problem. Still, still fine. Just make sure you have better handwriting than me and you'll do a great job. Okay, so word problems. Make sense of the problem, do the Pythagorean theorem, and if you get it wrong, read through the hints and see if you can find your mistake. If you can find your mistake, be prepared to share it. It's a learning moment. And then if you can't find your mistake, make it a traffic light problem. If you can find your mistake, that's still a traffic light problem. That would be a yellow. And if you understand it perfectly, of course, that's a green. I'll see you in class.